This is your NBA trade deadline special for Wednesday, February 20th, 2013. The NBA trade deadline is tomorrow, as you all know. This is your host, Lyle, aka Laylo, and here are the top teams in the East. We have the Heat, followed by the Knicks, the Pacers, the Nets at number 4, the Bulls, the Hawks, the Celtics, and last but not least, the Bucks. Your top teams in the West are the Spurs, the Thunder, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Denver Nuggets, the Golden State Warriors, the Utah Jazz, and the surprising Houston Rockets with their superstar James Harden. Now, this year's prize for free agents for the NBA trade deadline is power forward Josh Smith of the Atlanta Hawks. He's just entering his prime at the age of 27, and he's the catch of the trade deadline for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Now, some NBA trade headlines for you. Yahoo Sports NBA expert Adrian Wojnarowski has discussed that the Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets are in trade discussions with a deal in place, trading all-star Paul Pierce to the Brooklyn Nets for guard Marshawn Brooks, forward Chris Humphries, and a first-round draft pick. But the Celtics want a more substantial package for Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is 35 years old now, and he's averaging 18 points a game this season, but he's only shooting 41% from the floor. The Celtics want backup point guard C.J. Watson, but the Nets are reluctant to give him in the deal. The Celtics would like power forward Mirza Teletovic to be thrown in any deal for Paul Pierce. In other news, the Celtics are also were thinking about getting rid of future power forward center Kevin Garnett, who could waive his no-trade clause and go to the Clippers potentially for DeAndre Jordan, their shot-blocking center, and backup point guard Eric Bledsoe. The Celtics need a point guard because Rajon Rondo tore his ACL and he's out for the season, and Avery Bradley and Courtney Lee combination may not get them past the Miami Heat. The Celtics are also thinking about trading Fab Melo, their center that's in the developmental league, for a potential point guard like Grievous Vasquez of the Hornets. Other names that are rumored to be on the block are Magic shooting guard J.J. Redick, Bobcats shooting guard Gerald Henderson, Wizards, he's in the doghouse right now, Jordan Crawford, the Spurs, DeJuan Blair, who probably won't re-sign in free agency in July. The Jazz, Paul Millsap, looks to be maybe on the way out because the Jazz want to build with Enes Kanter and Derek Favors, their power forward and center. And Millsap could be on the block and be moved tomorrow. The Hornets are thinking about Eric Gordon and Grievous Vasquez potentially moving. The Bucks are rumored to be Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings. Their backcourt, one of them may have to move for maybe a forward or a center. The Lakers, we always hear that the Lakers could always do a move in the deadline, but I'm not so sure they're going to move Dwight Howard or Pau Gasol or even Metta World Peace. We've also seen that the Raptors made the move and got Rudy Gay to join forces with Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. And so far, it looks like they're going to have a good team in a couple years. James Harden, another guy that moved from the Thunder to the Rockets earlier this season, has done a very good job for the Rockets and with Jeremy Lin. But the Thunder have also are number 2 right now in the West behind the Spurs. And with Serge Ibaka and Kevin Durant, who gives you 30 points there each and every night, with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Martin gives you about 19, 20 points off the bench. So they're not really missing James Harden's scoring as much. So what do I think is going to happen tomorrow? I could actually see Josh Smith leaving the Hawks. I think it's time. I think he needs a fresh start somewhere else. And a team like the Mavericks or the Brooklyn Nets or even the Boston Celtics, I could see Josh Smith on one of those 3 teams. I would think it's best for the Hawks to get as much as they can for him, and we'll have to see what happens. Lastly, the Celtics, it looks like Kevin Garnett is going to stay put. I would actually get rid of Paul Pierce before I got rid of Kevin Garnett, because Garnett is the heart and soul of the Celtics. And as we all know, they do need to build for the future, but maybe trading a Brandon Bass or an Avery Bradley might be a good start instead of trading your backbone like Garnett. So that is all I have for right now. Thanks for listening to the sports blog, and I look forward to questions.